a musical icon whose influence can be felt across genres and generations. After nearly 50 years in the music industry, Chaka Khan is still making hits and breaking boundaries. Her latest single, Woman Like Me, is a celebration of female empowerment, and it is currently in the top 15 on the Billboard charts. And joining me now is the living legend herself, Miss Chaka Khan. Welcome to theGrio. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Mark. Thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to talk to you, and I'm excited about this new single. Talk to me about this new single. What's the inspiration?
Well, I've always, throughout my career, been, I've always felt a certain way about celebrating womanhood, especially Black womanhood, but I have to just, when you look at it, it really is bigger than that. It's about women, period. It comes out to, it boils down to, what women are to everybody. We are the first teachers. We are the first, almost everything to a child,
Yes.
And I mean, I started out singing songs like I'm a woman, I'm a backbone, then I'm every woman. And however, this latest single that I have, Woman Like Me, is something that is, I think it's the most, I think it's like, it's got like knives and forks and the whole setup,
I like that. I like that. Did you know going into your career that you were going to be making anthems for women, or is it just people just bring you songs and it's great, or you decide I'm going to write this song and I'm just inspired by a particular thing, or did you say I'm going to write anthems for women from the beginning?
My career has been most unplanned. Okay, let's get that straight. I just do what feels right for me at the time. And if something comes to me, I'll write it down, or if somebody offers me something that I think, that I feel it. I often have to feel like I wrote the song myself. If somebody gives me a song, like Ashford and Simpson often would give me stuff that I felt, wow, I could have written this for sure. I felt that close to the music. I have to feel like it's part of me already. So I'm Every Woman. I was like that. However, by comparison to this new single, it's like the dessert, like pie or a piece of cake. And like I said, this single is like the dinner. And it's really, I think it covers a real, it's much more honest, and it appeals to women of today more than.
You talk about honesty. Is it easier at this stage of your career, where you're already deemed a legend, to make honest music, to be an honest songwriter, an honest person? Like, do you feel like you have to play the game less?
Oh, absolutely. I've never wanted to play any games. I can't play cards. I don't play. And I'm very serious about information that I impart to people. I'm very sensitive and cognizant to what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to get across. I think I owe that to everybody. We all owe each other that in our communication to one another. To make sure that we are not misunderstood, and to come in a way that is most impact.
Do you ever feel misunderstood?
It includes insult. I'm sorry.
Do you ever feel misunderstood?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel most misunderstood.
Really? Why?
I mean, people have. Well, do you feel understood? I mean, how do you feel?
No, I feel I rarely feel understood. But I guess I felt like, because we've seen so much of you, heard so much of you, you've had so many opportunities to tell your story. Yeah, right.
People think and you too. I'm sure you get it, because they hear you talking to people, and you've said things, and
Oh yeah.
you're there, and the people will assume that they know you. Now they may know things about me, true, but even I am still on the road to learning who the hell I am.
Woo, that's a lifelong journey.
It is. It truly, truly is. It is.
Talk to me about your longevity as an artist. What's the key for being able to continue to not just perform your music, but to still make new music and generate interest from the audience? How do you do that?
Well, in order to make new music or to do anything new, for anybody in any whatever form, like you're taking. I mean, if you're a talk show host or if you're a musician or whatever you are, to keep everything, you have to keep it interesting for yourself. You have to have a genuine interest in what you're doing yourself first. And even if people disagree with you, they can at least, they can at least sense that you are being honest with what you're saying, with how you feel, and you're not holding back, and you're not afraid, to share, what you're about to people. That's important, that people feel that you're not, putting on airs and you're not faking it, that you are being truly you.
I think the thing we always get from you is genuineness. We always get the honest you, the real you. It's not a perfect you. Nobody's perfect, right? But we get the best you that you have. And I think that's why people come out to your shows. That's why people love to watch you. I guess what I wonder is, as somebody who's making new music and still performing anthems for people, what gives you bigger joy? Do you prefer to go out there and do the new song, or do you wait for Through the Fire to come on and you just throw down?
I quickly tire of stuff. I like to keep it coming, new stuff coming. People are often really they don't believe it when I say, I don't. Not, I used to give titles like songs that I'm really sick and tired of singing right now. But I can't do that anymore because people really take that stuff, to heart. They take it, seriously. They take it like I'm insulting them. It's an insult to some people if I say I'm tired of singing blah blah blah. I think that they're getting money every time I sing it, and the fact that I'm not singing it.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. I take it to heart. If I come to a Chaka Khan show, there's about 4 songs I'm gonna need to hear, and if I don't hear it, I'm gonna cry. And I ain't gonna talk bad about you because I was raised right, but I'm gonna cry. Hold on, can you do me a favor? Hold on, because I want to bring you back because I have some rapid fire questions for you. Okay. We're gonna test your musical taste on the other side of this break. Everybody, stay with me right here at theGrio. Welcome back to theGrio with Marc Lamont Hill. We are here with one of our treasures, Miss Chaka Khan. Since you are a legend, I gotta know your musical taste when it comes to the classics. So I'm gonna just fire off a few questions, and all I need you to do is answer quickly and honestly.
Okay.
Now the first question is an interesting one. The 5 Heartbeats or the Temptations?
Temptations.
That's fair. Michael Jackson or Prince?
Okay, we're talking about personal taste here.
Yes.
That's the even. I have to go even on that one.
Bobby Brown or Ricky Bell?
Who's Ricky Bell?
So that answers that question. But Ricky Bell was a member of New Edition, and BBD. But I think I think Bobby Brown's the right answer. I'm not even gonna hold you up on that one because Bobby Brown is.
Look, Bobby Brown is most underrated as a singer.
Really? Okay, so he's
saying he's behind off.
Phenomenal dancer, but most people don't put him as a singer. So that's interesting that you say that.
He's a great singer. He really is. I know that for a fact.
Wow.
A lot of people do.
Patti LaBelle or Anita Baker?
You good? That's not right.
But I ain't saying it was gonna be fair.
They're really so different. They do require two different palettes.
Whitney Houston or Mariah Carey?
Whitney Houston.
After 7 or Boys to Men?
after 7.
Whoa, I did not see that coming. I'm from Philadelphia. You just broke my heart, Miss Chaka. You just broke my heart. Oh, my God, till you do me right. All right, Luther
You got
Vandross
me
or
guessing.
Teddy Pendergrass?
Look. Hey, hold it. You got me guessing here. Okay.
That's fair. You right. I put you on the spot. I put you on the spot. Now, this one is dear to my heart, so you got to have the right answer here.
Okay.
Luther Vandross or Teddy Pendergrass?
Luther Vandross.
That's
And
the right answer.
I love them both deeply.
Yes.
It's like actually, in true light, really, I couldn't pick one.
I will say, I'm the world's biggest Luther Vandross fan, so I would say Luther, but there's never.
Teddy, I love me some Teddy. Come on, man.
But Teddy Pendergrass ain't never the wrong answer, so I'm with you on that. Last one: Earth, Wind, and Fire or Maze featuring Frankie Beverly?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay. I'll go with your catalog is deeper. I don't think
no catalog either.
You say they just better. This is why we love you. You always so honest. Everybody stay with me. We got more to get into with Miss Chaka Khan after the break. You are watching theGrio with Marc Lamont Hill.
After you get all the hate mail.
Welcome back to theGrio with Marc Lamont Hill. I have been having a great time with one of the great icons of any generation, the legendary Chaka Khan. We have been talking about lots of stuff. I wanted to ask you a question. Now, you made your mark on the music industry, obviously, and you're somebody that people will talk about forever. What do you tell the new artists or the aspiring artists that they can do to get that kind of longevity, even if they don't become legends, just to get longevity?
It's a big question, you know that. First, you have to really develop and you have to cultivate a work ethic. You have to be ready for getting your heart broken and pulling yourself up by your bootstraps and dusting yourself off and start again. Especially today. But it's really actually no different today than it was, a long time ago. Thing is that there are just a lot more obstacles today than there were, a while back. I mean, there was the obstacle of racism. Like there was a time when, for instance, Nat King Cole, people like that, they'd make a album and they wouldn't use their picture on the album.
Right. Put white people on the cover.
That's right. So, I mean, without those sorts of things happening, there is another form of racism going on in this business that is a lot more intellectually based. But is no less stronger and no less tough on people, on these great artists today. There's some amazing young people on the rise today and still there. I mean, even myself. I mean, I've been victimized by
How?
Well, I mean, oh God, here we go. You're good. I like you. I love talking to you. I mean, we could talk about some really real stuff, and I like that. I've been a victim of racism in this business. I can give you an instance, okay?
Yeah.
There was a time when I first got with Rufus, for instance. The first Rufus album and the band, when I joined the band, they were all white guys. I was the black chick out front. And we did a lot of songs like Hall and Coal, Down the Dan River, and Did Known and Feel Good, stuff like that. It was really country, based sort of music. So we did that first album, which was called Ask Rufus, I believe. Or Rufus. Yeah, maybe Ask Rufus. And so this one promoter, when he loved the album, and we got booked somewhere in Southern Illinois. And when we arrived, by the time we'd arrived there, we'd gone through one group change where two of the white guys and the guitar player and the bass player had left. So we had well, the drummer as well. There were three actually. There were three new members in the band, two of which were black. So that made it sort of even. There were three black people and three white people. Well, we got there to the venue, and the guy said, "Well, this isn't the band that I booked." He was very adamant about it, very upset.
He was looking for white people.
Yeah, of course. And do you know that I was totally against it? I was ready to leave. I said, if this is anything you want, we can go. I'm ready to drive back up to Chicago. But everybody voted. I was outvoted, of course, often in Rufus, and decided that he would put three white cats up on the stage just holding an instrument.
Wow.
For looks. And that was just so blatant and such an insult.
Yeah.
So there's an example, and I'm sure.
Does that still happen today? Not that exact kind of thing, but like, do you experience forms of racism now? What?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, in my pay grade, let's talk about that. And that's no secret to anybody. There are genres of music that were, excuse me, black people are just not present. And there is a true wall that is keeping us from that area of self-expression. Country music.
For sure.
Rock music.
It's fascinating to watch that. I remember when Lil Nas X had Old Town Road a couple years ago, and them country music folk almost lost their mind when they got labeled a country hit instead of a rap hit. I mean, I thought they were going to march in the street. I thought they were going to protest in the street.
It's a serious thing. It's serious.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Here we are. We're doing this beautiful art form of self-expression. I like to call it the language of the angels. This communication that we do. And then someone could make it, just cheapen it to the point where to that point, just really sickens my heart. Yeah. It truly does.
But despite all of that, and I know we have to run, but what gives you hope? Because you, despite all that bad news, you still are optimistic. You still have energy. You still support other artists. You still tour. You still make great music. What keeps you going?
Because I'm bigger than all that. What I'm doing is so much bigger than that small-minded, stupid crap. Okay? I'm so much bigger. And what God had told me to do with my voice and my presence is so much bigger than that crap.
Wow. Well, I will amen to that. Your voice, your vision, your talent, it's towered over so many of the obstacles that you've had to face over your career. You've brightened our spirits. You've changed our minds. You've softened our hearts. It is the music of the angels, and you have the voice of an angel, and we're grateful for everything you've ever given us. I just want to thank you and give you your flowers right now.
So much. Thank you.
All right. Everybody, Miss Chaka Khan, the legend, has been here on theGrio.